What's up, Vince? What's up, Patrick?
What's up, Vince?
Oh no, this is Roy.
Oh, I thought that was Vince. Oh, what's up, Roy?
How you doing, man?
Good. How are you, man?
Doing pretty good, pretty good. Last day of training.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, so fast.
I know. I'm excited.
Yeah, for sure.
You been presenting a lot?
I actually, so yesterday I had a referral I presented to, but she actually already had a policy with us, but she didn't let
Oh,
me know. We had to figure it out in the middle of the presentation. And
really?
yeah. So we're sitting down with her again, and we might get her set up with something for her child too. So that'll be, I think that was my third or fourth one.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah.
Anybody else in here?
Yeah, Natalie, Lita, Bobby.
Nice. Everyone's here. Whole crew.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thumbs up,
Yeah.
thumbs down, thumbs up. Okay, I can't hear you guys, so gotta turn this Mac volume up. Feel like an old man. Aha, wait, I can just use the keyboard. It is all the way up. What is going on here? Somebody make noise.
Hello.
Hey, there you go. All right, all right, all right, all right. Good stuff, guys. Yeah, I'm on, logged in, everything's good. Let me go grab this training checklist. I just printed it out and we'll get started right away.
Do any of you guys use a webcam at all? Anybody? No.
Like a
No, not
webcam
me.
that plugs into your computer?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I bought one, and is it like really close? Is it like too close up?
A little
I mean,
close.
closer
Yeah,
than
yeah,
usual.
that's what I thought. And you can't. I bought one that you can't zoom in and out, so I don't know if it's like too close or like. It feels like I'm really up close when I look at myself.
Well, are you sitting back in your chair?
Well, when I sit back like this, yeah, is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
All right. I might not use it then.
This background is nuts. Really looks like a real beach thing. Dog, weird. Guys.
Dad, do you have a pen that I can use?
What you need a pen for?
My paper.
What are you using a pen for?
My work.
You don't. Hmm.
One second, guys. What's up, bro?
What's going on, man? Hey, do you by any chance know where the whiteboard that was in like that supply closet went? It was like more vertical, like kind of propped out the back.
That thing that came, the one with the stand?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Dude, that's it. Really nice.
I know, right?
It's super majestic. Dude, if I walked out my house and it looked like that, I don't think I'd ever leave. Beautiful.
Looks real as hell, dude. That's
look
the,
at that and look out there. You go.
I know. Like, this is amazing, and out here is trash. It's snowing and trash.
Yeah, Ohio River.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, man.
All right, buddy.
Wait, are you gonna be? You're at the training, right? How long does that go till?
About 3.
About 3. Okay.
Are you going to get lunch?
No, me and Brian have an appointment at 2, and we're gonna run here because I know Aubrey's at the house. She's running with Hans on virtual,
Okay.
but yeah.
I was gonna say, whatever you're grabbing, grab me. I haven't eaten.
Oh, so you have an email? What time is it?
It's all good.
1:40. Let me try to find a room. What would you want if I went real quick and grabbed something?
You know, we love the Chipotle.
Oh yeah. Dude, if you text me like the order, I'll go grab it real quick for you.
Oh, you're good, man. I won't be out here till 3 anyway. I'm just messing with you.
Sure.
Yeah, you're all right.
All right, man. Just let me know if you need anything.
Sounds good, man. I will. All right, guys. I'm gonna share. I'm trying to get this on behind me here so you guys can all see this checklist because it's something that I'd like to pop up on here, but wait, you know what? I can go to Safari on here and get it to pop up. Can I? No. Okay. Oh. Bluetooth. Wireless display. The video this whole time.
I can't go to one thing. Weird. All right, guys. So we're just gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna rip this kind of stuff off to you. You're just gonna have to take some good notes because I don't want to waste too much time trying to figure out how to screen share. Usually it just pops right up on my laptop and I just click it and whatever is on my laptop, it puts right there. But been searching for devices for a minute now and it's not popping up. This device is on, so I'm not sure why that would be. My Bluetooth's on. But so guys, today we're just gonna go over one topic today. And that topic is gonna be everything you need to be released. okay, out of training. So where is everybody at with this? You know, how many times have you guys all presented since I saw you last week? Just hold up with your fingers. 10, 12, 3, 5, 4. Pat, you presented about 5 times, about 7 or 8 for, okay, nice. All right, good. How about you, Lita? Presented a lot or?
I mean, I've been in presentations with Drew, but I've never spoke during them.
Okay. All right, awesome. So that's okay. Some of you guys might not be ready for release yet. Some of you guys, you know, might need another week, and that's okay. But you know, some of us in here are and are fully ready to. And honestly, guys, you're never really fully ready. You know, being released, hitting your first milestone, as we call it now, is it's not something that is ever going to be perfect. You know, I have all my trainees that are in person sign something. It's like a little affidavit. It literally says, I understand that it's impossible to learn everything I can about the insurance industry during my training, you know, so it's something that's obviously never going to feel like you're ready, but it's almost like kicking the bird out of the nest, you know, and if you don't, they're going to eventually, you're going to hurt them. They're going to get their growth stunted. They're not ever going to learn how to fly, and they may fall out of that nest one day and die, you know, so with being released, guys, for those of us who are going to be released, or maybe next week we're going to be released, this will still be good regardless, okay? There's a handful of things that are on this training checklist that we should all know. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over what the release call would look like, what Josh or Drew or you know, Giovanni will be quizzing you on for a release call. Who is set up besides Pat? He's our guy. I know he's going to be released. We're shooting for Monday. Who else is scheduled to be released Monday? Anybody? Roy? Nice. Bobby? Release
I
Monday?
don't know. If I am.
No, she said she doesn't know. All good. Well, if you do get released on Monday, you know, great. If you don't, you're still prepared either way. But guys, the release call is you know, very important. You know, it's very straightforward. It's very straightforward. If I could just go back to someone who was just released the other day, let me see here, the notes that Josh gave him there. Let me see. Okay. So he's going to make you guys call a union and a child safe lead. And he's going to make you guys go through and try to book a union and a child safe lead. What your, you know, I don't even know what to say, leader. What the guy that's going to, or girl who's releasing you is going to want to hear is just being very proficient on the phone. Like, you don't want to be someone that's stopping, you know, not following up with going back to the schedule. Like, he wants to hear a self-sufficient person, even if it's off script, as long as you can get him booked, you know, the normal way, it's going to look good. He wants to just make sure you guys are self-sufficient and not going to go out in the field and hurt yourself. So you'll be calling a union. They'll role play a union, and they'll role play a child safe phone call, and they'll give you a few basic rebuttals like, well, hey, right now we don't want anyone coming out to the house. Okay, well, we can use Zoom, right? Or if you're on Zoom and you're already calling like you're for Zoom, he may hit you with, you know, we don't know how to use Zoom, or what is Zoom, right? And he's going to want to hear you tell him, oh, no problem. It's very simple. It's what all the teachers and the, you know, nurses and doctors are using these days to conduct business. I just send you a link and
you know, you click on it through your email and it will pop you right into the meeting. It's super simple. What would be a good email to send that to? Okay, great. Do you have a phone or a laptop? Oh, great. You know, just follow the script. You're able to have your phone call script out during the release call. So, you know, don't stress too much about it, but the main thing you want to get prepared for the phone call portion is being able to handle objections, beat these objections with rebuttals, and then go back to the booking, go back to the schedule. Don't just, oh yeah, well, oh, you don't want to meet with us? Well, right now, are you sure? Because we have this, this, and this. Or I'm just trying to do my job and give you this, this, and this. And then you're just silent. You don't want to just like be silent. You always want to be the one leading the conversation and going back to the schedule. That's what he's going to look for. He asked one of my guys once, he said, he goes, we're going to need to sit down with you and your wife. And Josh tells my guy, oh, my wife actually just died from coronavirus last week. Yeah, it's or last month or something like that. And my trainee didn't even know what to say. He was like, he's like, okay, well, he's, you know, so like, oh man, okay, well, no problem. You know, so sorry to hear that. You know, what happened? Show some heart. You don't just freeze up, you know. Very unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that. What happened? Oh man, how old was she? That's good. She got to live a long years. And okay, I appreciate you sharing that with me, Joe. Well, honestly, I understand your wife just passed away from the coronavirus, and my deepest condolences. But ironically enough, that's why we do what we do here. We want to make sure that we still get you out this benefits package during these unprecedented times, so that, you know, when that day may come for yourself, you've got everything you need, you know. So Joe, I can put you down for, right? I still find a way to get back to the schedule, you know. I'm not saying Josh is going to tell you that, I'm not saying your person that's releasing you is going to say that their wife died, but just be ready for any rebuttal or objection, I mean, and just be ready to rebuttal and go back to the schedule. Rebuttal, go back to the schedule. Don't just be quiet and stop and give up and not know what to say, right? He's also going to want you guys to like walk him through how you would get somebody on Zoom. So I think most of us in this room are virtual, and you all understand how to get somebody on Zoom. You know, hey, the Zoom, what's up? Yep. The Zoom call is going to, yeah, here's the link, click the link, all that good stuff. Yes, sir. Okay, cool. So yeah, getting them on Zoom as well. Does that make sense? Is there any questions on that first part there? Okay. He's also going to ask you all the numbers. So know your numbers. Know how many presentations you've given. Know how many sales that you've had. If you've had no sales, you honestly shouldn't be released. We want to at least have people have 2 sales under their belt before they're released. So know your sales numbers. Know your presentation numbers, know how many appointments that you've had. How many referrals did you guys collect? Stuff like that, right? Now, you don't got to go back to your trainer and waste an hour trying to get the exact number of referrals. Like, you can guesstimate, you know, well, in this house, I know we collected 5, and in that presentation, we collected 6, you know, just know the referrals, know the appointments and the presentations given. The next biggest thing, guys, that he's going to want to see, or she is going to want to see, is collecting referrals. Collecting referrals from contingent beneficiaries, the catch-up program, which I can go over if someone doesn't know what that is. It's pretty much when you tell the union member that a lot of people in your union haven't been seen. So what we're doing is the catch-up program to make sure we have everyone down on our schedule that's filled out the card but hasn't been seen. So the catch-up program, and then child safe.
The child safe, they're going to want to be exactly like it is on the script. Hey, I need you to please go grab your phone, right? That whole 9 yards. Contingents, pretty simple. You just use VIVs. You know, you collect the contingents, you tell them that, you know, we have to call these people and make sure that they accept the responsibility. And if they do, we have to sit down with them. You know, there's a script for that as well that, you should all have access to from your field trainers. Collecting contingent beneficiary script, rolling contingent beneficiaries out of the house, calling them on the phone, right? But I don't think he's going to make you really call the contingent or call a referral. I think he or she is going to just make sure that they go through and make sure you understand how to collect child safe, contingent, and catch up referrals. He's going to want to see assumption. You know, that's the biggest thing with the referrals, assumption. All right, you got 5. We need 4 more. Who's next? Most people get started with their family. I know you said your brother lives down the street, so we'll put your brother down. I'm guessing he's a 412 number down here. Right, he's going to want to see assumption. That's the biggest thing for the referrals. Give you guys a couple seconds to finish writing. All right. The next thing that's really big, and there's only a few more, is the rated risk presentation. The rated risk presentation is, Pat, I believe, is something that should be at the end of our script, but I don't know because I know we just changed it. The rated risk is, I know it's on Drew's and Josh's for sure. That's where you go over at the very end, the 3 things that can happen during underwriting. Does everyone know that? Okay. So Pat, when we get together later, this could be something that we'll go over tomorrow, today. It's pretty simple. 3 things that can happen during underwriting. 1, you can be accepted. 2, you can be rated. 3, you can be declined. And then you just give a little bit of an explanation for what would happen if they're rated or declined. It's called your rated risk presentation. Solidification, the next big thing. Solidification. Whatever your script says for solidification, make sure it's down. I know the one that I was taught when I was brand new is, now typically this doesn't happen to me, Mary, but sometimes we get a phone call from our clients, 2 months, 3 months, maybe even 2 years down the line, saying they want to cancel, and it's 2 things happen at that point. When those same clients, they try to come back and reapply years later, and either their health has changed, now they can't qualify, or they're a lot older now and they can't afford it. So what I'm asking, Mary, is this $130 a month comfortable for you? That's not going to take food off the table, drastically change your lifestyle or anything like that. Okay, good. Just want to make sure, because if it is, then you're missing the whole point of why I'm out here. This isn't a short-term fix. This is a long-term solution for a permanent problem. Are you sure that $130 a month is comfortable for you? All right. I know mine with Geo and stuff is like, you have my word, Mary. Okay, option B, you have my word. I'll always be here for you. I don't care if it's a beneficiary change, an address change, or, peanut butter and jelly for your son over there. Ha ha ha. Geo. Ha ha ha. But I don't care if it's this, that, or the other. You always have my word that you can give me a phone call no matter what. You have my number. Okay. I just want to have your word that if there's any problems that ever came up with this policy, good, bad, or ugly, do I have your word that if there's ever any problems, you'll always call me first before you make any changes? And I get the virtual handshake. Okay, great. And then I kind of include the same one from before, because What we don't want is to receive a phone call later down the line and saying you want to cancel, because if that's the case, then you're missing the whole reason why we're out here. This isn't a short-term fix, long-term solution. Are you sure that that's comfortable for you? Are you sure that that's comfortable for you? I'd rather get this out of the way now than 2-3 weeks later get a chargeback and hurt my retention. The last thing on earth you want to do here is get chargebacks and bad retention. Promise you right now, that can, really, really set you back, guys. Make sure you guys understand, you're on net to gross for your first year. You're not on retention. You're on what's called net to gross. Can anyone tell me what the difference between net and gross is?
And that's like after, and like the gross is like kind of like an estimate.
Yeah, pretty much spot on. So, gross is like what's totally submitted. My gross salary was 100,000, right? But my net salary, my net take home was 75 after the taxes, right? Same thing with the ALP. Gross ALP, net ALP. That's how your net to gross is determined in this industry for your first year. Your gross amount of business you've ever signed up and sent off, and the net is the amount that's still paying their bill and hasn't canceled. So you go getting released and you hit your first milestone and pass your call. Now you're out on your own, and let's say you got around 10,000 ALP under your name, and you go doing some shady stuff with some money bags in your eyes, and this client, oh, I want it all, give me option A, and you're like, wait, can they even afford this? They're living low income right now, and I think I just oversold them. Wow, that's kind of weird. Are you sure? And instead of being very, very adamant and asking them if they can afford it, making sure they understand it, you're just, oh, great. Okay. Yeah. Here, give me your check. All right. See you later. Wow. I just made $1,000. Right. Well, you only had 10,000 ALP on, and you just wrote up some random ass 2,000 ALP deal. A month later, she finds out that she can't afford it, or she doesn't want it anymore. Or maybe one of her friends at work told her some stuff about life insurance that wasn't true, but she doesn't know the difference because you barely educated her at all, or you confused her and just didn't know. That's how most people are when you come and sit down with them. They bought something from some insurance guy. They have no idea. Oh, it's a term? Oh, I was told that it's going to last forever. So you make sure you're very thorough. Make sure you're very clear. Don't be scared. Get this stuff out of the way now, because picture this. You have a 10,000 ALP on, and then 2,000 falls off. Now you have 8,000. What's your net to gross percentage going to be? 80%. Once you fall beneath 73% net to gross, the company's not going to give you your world's greatest bonus anymore until you're back up above 72. So now you're only getting your advance. You're not getting your bonus. So now you're getting like 40% of the ALP instead. You fall beneath like 67%, and now they're going to start reducing the amount of money that they advance you, because now you're just costing the company money. They're paying you all this money up front before the client has even paid them one bill. They're not going to keep advancing you all this money up front when your track record shows that everything you write up falls off. Now, it's not the end of the world. You can get everything fixed. You can get deals put back on and fix that right up. Go to their house, reduce them down. And you could write more business to help out, but for every one deal that falls off, it's almost like you got to write like 4 just to get it replaced. Because let's say you got 10,000 on, 8,000 still net. You write 2,000 more thinking that you're going to replace it, but you're just increasing both numbers every time. Now you got 12,000 on 10,000 still there issued, right? 14,000 on 12,000 still. So every time you add something, it adds to that gross number too. So it's not just like if you add 2,000, you're just getting yourself back to where you were. It's almost like every one deal that falls off, you need to write a couple just to make up for it. So always just do the right thing. I never had to worry about retention once. Never. I did the right thing for the right people in the right place at the right time. The right way. People that canceled on me, I was like, you better have a great reason or just ignore your phone because I'm stopping by your house. I didn't just sit there for 3 hours and clearly see that your family has nothing to protect them and now you're going to cancel because your friend on the job site said that he got insurance from the TV for $5, which is really just term. Make sure you're clear. Any questions on the whole life? Before we pick this option, do we have any questions on the whole life? I know that we went over a lot of stuff today. Remember, this is locked in. This is member owned. This is controlled by you. The price will never go up and the death benefit will never go down. You've got the old school traditional whole life, Mary. You got the best of the best stuff at the union negotiated rates. All this for $55 a month. And that's going to stay there for the rest of your life. You got cash value. You got paid up options. Any questions on that? The more they understand, the more they're going to be willing to just tell their friend that's telling them something stupid that they're wrong. Oh, what are you talking about? You got a $5 policy from the TV? That's probably term, Joe. Yeah, Joe, term starts cheap and it goes up every 10 years. Yeah, my insurance guy just taught me that. Yeah, you're dumb. I'm smart. I got the whole life. The whole life's a little bit more expensive, but that's because mine doesn't go up. I'm locked in for life, Joe. Get out of here with your negativity, trying to get me to cancel because you're jealous. I got life insurance. Any questions on net to gross? Remember, don't go beneath 73%. You lose your bonus. Don't go beneath 67. Don't quote me on this one, but it's around 66, 67%. You'll start to lose your advance. And like I said, Mr. Vina can force your bonus while this is happening. Like if you say, hey man, I'm at 72% this month, I'm going to get it fixed. I promise. Can you force my bonus this month, Mr. Vina? He will. He'll force your bonus for you while you get back on your feet. Any questions on that? Okay. After your first year, you're now on retention. Retention instead of net to gross. Retention is it's kind of confusing, okay? Here's a simple way to remember it. It goes off of your net to gross for months 6 to 12. For an example, right now we're in the month of January, correct? Correct. My retention percentage right now is going to be based off of, let's see, what's 6 months before this? That's technically July, June. So my retention is going to be looking at what I wrote from July to last January of 2020. It's going to be looking at everything I wrote from July to January of 2020. And it's going to be looking at what I wrote and what's still on. And that number is your retention. Every month you move forward, that 6 to 12th month little window moves forward a month too. Now it's looking at March to August. Now it's looking at April to September. Now your retention is looking at May to November, right? It's always going to look at your 6th to 12th month from this month and what is still on and what has been submitted. Basically looking at how good you are.
basically looking at how quality your business is. Anyone can sell something and confuse the shit out of somebody and get them to keep it for a few months, but the quality of your business is exceptional if people are still paying after 6 months. That's what determines how big your renewals are. That's what determines how big your back end release check's going to be. All your clients are paying for a full year. You're not going to be in debt to the company anymore. They're going to release you bigger renewals because everybody that you put on pays for years and years and years. Any questions on retention? Your person who's releasing you is also, the person that's doing your milestone is also gonna go over, they're gonna ask you what the most important part of the closing process is. Does anyone know the answer to that?
Certificate of.
Solidification?
Close. That might be number 2, that's for sure. The most important part of the sale is assuming the sale.
Absolutely.
How do we assume the sale, guys? I'll give you an example. On my script that my guys are trained on, slightly different because we don't use like the needs analysis like Josh and Drew's team and Casey's team. You guys use the needs analysis and you kind of show them all the prices and then you qualify them and you kind of take it away and stuff. We just qualify them, then lay out options. So our assuming the sale for you, Patrick, and obviously as well, Miss Natalie, would be, we just got to figure out which one makes the most sense to you, but also which one's going to fit your family's needs the best. That's what we say when we present our options. Your guys is assuming the sale is like, I think it's like knowing that this is going to protect your family. Which one of these options would you choose, right? What's your guys' version again?
Yeah, we'll build the concerns first, and then that's when we start going with them.
Can someone say it? So everyone on the call knows that line. It should be right in your script. It should just say like assuming the sale. I'll pull up your guys' script right now. Wow, it doesn't even say it. It just says assume the sale and continue to fill out the application. Well, pretty sure what I said is like pretty spot on. Like the options come out.
Yeah, I mean, it basically says just to show them all the options that they may have available because of the needs analysis, and then just presume that they're going to choose one of them, and then just go on from there.
So what would be a good example of that you guys watch your trainers do? Like the needs analysis, the expert simulator is recommending that you go with this option here. It's going to protect this, that, and the other. Is this comfortable for you? It's all for $100 a month. Is this comfortable for you? I guess that would be your guys' version of assuming the sale then, correct? Lita's like, nah. What do you think, Lita?
Yeah, that's pretty much how we've been doing it. And he tells us to, don't show them the final numbers right away. Go through what is available to them, what the needs analysis is recommending that they cover based on the information we got from them. And then just assume that they're going to pick one of them, and then just say, so which one of these suits your needs the best? Which one of these fits into your budget the best? Just like that.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. There it is. I was overcomplicating it. All right. Any questions on that, guys? Okay. How to establish control on Zoom. Does anybody know how to establish control over Zoom?
Yesterday, Gio, he was saying like, get them saying yes by as soon as they hop on the call. Ask them like, can they hear you? Can they see you? So you already got them nodding their head.
Good, exactly. Can you hear me? Can you see me? All right, great. Joe, just to introduce myself formally, I'm Vince, yada, yada. You must be Joe. Okay, we handle your benefits to the Carpenters. Real quick, go ahead, get to a table, somewhere where you can take some good notes and prop your phone up. We're gonna be going over a lot of important information today. Get their asses to go. Get up. Turn that TV down a little bit. I can't hear too much. No, I'm kidding. But you can say that though. Could you turn that down for me? It's a little bit loud. All I can hear is SpongeBob. Thank you. That's ways to establish control. Just making them do things. Get a notebook, get a confirmation number you may have gave them over the phone before you can speak. Any questions on establishing control over Zoom? Does anyone know the first form that you have to sign on eApp after making the sale? What's the first form you have the client sign?
Discount card.
Form.
Questions, right?
It's the electronic application disclosure form. There's the HIPAA form, there's the payer form, there's the super combo, and then there's the electronic application disclosure form. That will be the first one there. Sound good, guys? Reason being is because that's the form that says that they agree to be signing over the computer and that this signature is now becoming their real signature, so on and so forth. Why would we sign anything else before that? It makes sense. Last thing I think Josh or whoever's, Josh does our guys. That's why I keep saying his name. It could be Casey, it could be Drew, it could be Josh, it could be Gio. It's never going to be your manager. Let's just put it that way. Last thing, if they're going to ask, what's the 5 different ways that we can collect referrals? Anyone know?
Is it on benefits?
Yeah, which ones?
Discount,
Card, there you go, that's one.
child safety,
Child safety kit, that's 2. Good shit, good stuff.
the AD&D,
The AD&D, yep,
and
AKA beneficiaries, emergency contact, right?
the will kit.
You can get someone the will kit. What else can you do at the very end? What's the most common?
Ask who needs insurance.
Contingents, insurance, exactly, insurance referrals, yep. So we got the AD&D, emergency contact, which Pat, I know you know nothing about, don't worry. It's just pretty much an emergency contact that you get down that you have to let them know. It's just like a contingent. You tell them that we have to get this emergency contact for your AD&D insurance so that we can let them know if anything happens, yada, yada. It's just like a contingent. We do those. So emergency contact, contingent beneficiaries, discount card, child safe, insurance referrals. And then if you're running a will kit lead, yeah, you can get will kit referrals too. This thing still doesn't want to pop up. And then guys, obviously, like if you do collect child safety referrals or discount card referrals, you want to make sure you kind of turn them into insurance referrals. You may collect these at the beginning. Finally, here we go. You may collect these at the beginning, but don't go calling them like right away. Like sometimes I like to hold them off to the end so that when I go over the insurance referrals, I can be like, hey, who do you know that can benefit from this insurance program, this benefit program, the union setup, yada, yada, yada. Of course, when we go see your beneficiaries and when we go get those discount cards and child safety kits out to your friends, we'll make sure that they don't need any insurance or any of the benefits either. But other than them, do you know anybody else that needs that can value from this program? And then boom, you kind of just turn that discount card referral into, now you're able to go and call them and talk about insurance and the whole benefit program. No. Just keep saying connecting.
Hey Vince,
Yes, sir.
on the presentation, do you ever mention the will kits at all?
On my presentation?
Yeah, like, well, yeah, on anybody's presentation, because I know we give out the family guide for a will kit.
The FIG,
Yeah,
Family Information Guide.
Do you ever mention about the free will kit?
I used to, like when I was in person and I was sitting down with like a really like qualified person, like, you know, somebody that is somebody that's like got some money, knows what's going on, like understands the value of a will, like just obviously told you that they had a family member die and they know all about how when you die, you go to a state court. Like if it's somebody like that and you can tell you better bring some serious sauce because they're thinking that they've been seen by the last guy and he didn't bring them anything good and we don't want the no cost. Like if I battle my way into one of those union sits, I sometimes give them the real will just to blow their mind a little bit, but not recommended because we only get wills from that free will kit service. We only get a will for the leads we buy. So if everyone does that a lot, we're going to run out of wills. We're going to have a serious problem. So I do it here and there, but that's it. My goodness. Follow any instructions on your device. Well, there is no instructions. Why is this so difficult this time? Oh, wait, here we go. Probably my desktop right here, AP18. Maybe not. Does that all make sense though, guys?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know what's going on. I give up again. All right, guys. Other than that, that is everything that you're going to be, confronted about on your release call. Okay, in order to achieve your first milestone and be on your own. Let's see here. I think there's one more thing that he stumped my guy on that I wrote down somewhere else. It's not prepared to have him be asked.
What about the first 5 questions that you have?
Yeah, you definitely want to know that.
Yeah, because on the script it says, memorize first 5 to pass release call.
Yeah, we used to ask that. I don't know if they still will, but that is something that you want to know as well.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. I think that's honestly it. Okay. Now the rest, guys, the last couple things I want to go over before I get you out of here in about 20 minutes is just what's called like a training checklist. These are things that you want to kind of guide yourself by, and if you don't know by now, you want to find out what they are, and they're going to make you the most well-rounded individual to be out there as a benefits rep. Okay. Some of them are already on what we just went over, so that's good. The first thing on the training checklist says, do you have your closes down? Do you know how to assume the sale? The most important part of the closing process is assuming the sale. So guys, make sure like you're ready. When you go to your first couple appointments, like, don't just think that, like, oh, if he hits me with I want to think, like, what are you going to say? Like I used to ask myself before I got to these appointments, I used to be like, do I know what to say if this dude tells me he wants to think about it right now? And if I didn't, like, if I wasn't able to just pop it off out of my own mouth while driving, while not focusing on it, then I probably don't really know it. I'm not going to be any more likely to get it popped off when I'm nervous as hell and 2 hours into talking my butt off. You know, it's even harder. You're tired. It's been 2 hours. You're nervous. Biggest thing I can suggest, guys, that helped me the most, and you know, you guys can take what you want from this. Some of you may take it seriously. Some of you might just think I'm saying it or it doesn't pertain to you, but calm down when they hit you with your first objection and you know, oh, we want to think about it. I can't stress to you how many sales are actually lost because we get nervous as hell. Oh God, oh, what do I say now? Oh, what was that one close? Oh, he's looking at me. He's waiting for me. I got to talk. I got to say something. I got to say, what am I going to say? What am I going to say? And then diarrhea out the mouth happens and you just sound like crap. Best thing you want to do is sit back in your chair, visibly look relaxed, and actually take a deep breath if you're not. Yeah. You want to think about it? Yeah. I understand, Joe. Okay. Okay. Well, the thing is, Joe, I get where you're coming from. Whatever you say after the thing is, it better be good, you know? The thing is, Joe, I get where you're coming from. I understand. It may seem like it's a tough decision right now, but when you think about it, there's really only 3 times people think about this kind of stuff. One is, and then you go into the close, right? The more, I think I went over this with you guys when I was in the last training class with you, the louder and the more control you have, and the more you sell them on you at the beginning, the quieter you need to be during the close. You don't even have to really fight or raise your voice. They trust you. They're ready to hear you out like a family member, you know, someone they respect. So calm down, take a breath. Sometimes on Zoom, I'll even ask them again. I'll be like, I'm sorry, what was that? Oh, we just want to think about it. Oh, one more time, I couldn't hear you. Oh, they get even more nervous. It's like a cop, you know? Where are you coming from? My friend's party. Where's that at? Oh, down the street. What street? I don't know. Where are you coming from again? They try to trip you up, man. They want you to I swear too much. They want you to mess up. You know, they want to get you messed up. And you know why? Because when people have something to hide and when they're lying, they will mess up. It's what you got to make sure you don't do either. Like if you hit them with this one type of close and then you just remembered the other half you forgot, don't just start spewing it all out. You're going to be all over the board. They're going to be like, first he told me that it's my enrollment period and we can't come back. Now he's telling me about, in fairness to other members, and he's going to go to Indiana tomorrow. And this guy's obviously just full of shit. Like stick to your guns. Like, yeah, Joe, I understand. Yeah, I wish we could come back.
I wish you could call me. It's just, unfortunately, like that to me is like, okay, he's full of shit. Someone that's not full of shit, yeah, I'd love for you to give me a call back. But the thing is, like we said, they wanted to do this on an enrollment type basis. Wow, man, it's a good RGA right there. I'm starving up in here. He just brought this man a whole dinner.
I'll split it.
No, I'm just kidding. Gio, where's my dinner? No, just joking. So, you know, the way that you would do it when you're confident, and the way it works is, yeah, Joe, you know, it's a great question. You do have to make this decision today, like the letter says from your president. And like we kind of talked about when I came in today, if you can qualify and these benefits make sense, we do have to make sure we get you squared away during your enrollment period, just in fairness to all the other members waiting to enroll. So we just got to figure out, and then always go back to the close, rebuttal and close. We just got to figure out which one makes the most sense, right? Same with the phone call, rebuttal, schedule, rebuttal, schedule. The next thing on the training checklist, guys, to make you all more well-rounded individuals and more prepared for the big dogs, the big leagues. How to establish control and why it's important. Give 2 examples. So obviously we all understand why control is important, right? Because if you don't have control, what's going to happen? They're not going to listen to you. You know how to establish control over Zoom. For those of you that might be in person someday, the way that we establish control in person is by taking our shoes off when we come in, because then they tell us not to, and then we tell them, no, we're going to take our, no, I'll tell you what, my mom would beat my butt. I got to take it. Oh, don't go taking those off. Don't go taking it. No, it's okay. I'm taking them off anyway. I'm not listening to you. You can't control me. If we could just use your table, it'll make things a whole lot quicker and easier. I'm right-handed. I'm going to have you guys sit to the right of me. Make things a whole lot better for us today. Yeah, get your ass up, Mary. I don't care if you got a cane. Get up, Joe. Waddle over there and switch seats because I'm in control. Right? And they'll do it, and they don't mind as long as you do it with a smile. Turn the TV down, or I'm going to come through that camera and no, I'm just joking. So yeah, control, very important. How to handle an uninsurable client. Does anybody know what they would do if we're sitting down with the husband and the wife can't qualify, or the husband's all messed up, can't qualify? What are you guys going to do next? Someone tell me.
That's good. They know anybody that have need insurance that can qualify. If not, they'll be in the same situation.
That's a good way how to collect referrals from an uninsurable client. Did you guys all hear him? A little bit. Good. Okay.
Little bit.
Pretty much said use their downfall of not being able to qualify to talk about. That's why we need to get other people protected before it's too late and collect referrals. You know. Anyone else have an idea of what to do with an uninsurable couple when one's uninsurable?
Can't you trial them, or is that completely different?
You do trial him. Yes, you do. You definitely trial him. Or you just let him know, because, man, I wish this thing would share my damn screen so I could show you guys in eApp. There's an underwriting field manual when you click on help. The underwriting field manual will tell you what's up real quick.
Yeah, Drew showed us.
Drew showed you guys that? Good. Good. So if you go on the field manual and it's like, yeah, flat out decline, like anything under this, okay, yep, he's got that up decline. All right. I'll just tell him straight up, hey, Joe, tell you what. Unfortunately, right now, you know, with everything going on with the heart attack last year, I'm not able we're not able to get you any coverage at this time. Unfortunately, it's a heart attack, not able to get you any coverage. But And then if maybe they are able to get it, but they're like going to get rated to hell and back, like if they're like a T12, like, yeah, Mary, we can get you the coverage, but because of the weight and the height, and the diabetes, they may approve you for something small, but they're gonna add on a rating to the policy where it's not gonna make sense to pay that much when they rate you for the price they're gonna rate you for. So what we always do from here, Joe and Mary, is we actually, for people in your situation, we double up the coverage on the healthy spouse. So that way you're still protected for when Joe dies, even if he didn't have any life insurance, we'll double up on you, Mary, and get you a really big policy, put all the money that we were going to spend on Joe and you and combine it and spend it on a bigger policy. That way, when Joe dies, Mary, you're going to have a lot of money in your cash value because the policy's so big. And when he dies, you can pull $30,000 out of your cash value to pay for his funeral or to pay for the loss of income. Did anybody go over a rate book in here before? Drew did? You guys know, like on $100,000 policy, like on every age, 45 and under, if they get 100K whole life, their cash value at 65 is like between 30 to 40,000. It's only when you get like in the 50s where it's like only 20. That's still amazing. So they can take that cash out of there, and then of course they'll have to pay it back or it's going to earn interest. But here's the thing, you take 20,000 out because Joe died. He's 77. You're 77. You're probably next. Sorry to say it, but I'm not going to tell him that. But like,
No.
If you don't pay back the loan, that's okay, because if you die in a few years and you owe $20,000 on your 100K policy, what's the company going to do? They're going to take the 20K off the 100 grand death benefit, and you and your family are still going to get 80 grand. So yeah, even if you live a few more years, 8% is the interest rate that our cash value will get penalized by when you don't pay it back. So 8% a year on 20,000. I mean, we're talking a few $1,000 a year. Big deal. Now your death benefit's 78. Now your death benefit's 76. Now it's 74, 70, 68, 66. Like at some point they're going to pass away and get it. So it's not the worst. Do we all know how to handle an uninsurable client now? Can we see some head nods? Yeah. All right. Last thing, guys, or no, not the last thing. Next thing, I feel like I'm like talking to clients. Last no cost benefit. Senior applications. You guys ever see a senior application? Pat just did homework on it last night, right, Pat? Nice. Senior applications, there's only like 7 questions on a senior application. In the past 2 years, if they haven't had cancers or like got a limb or toe or foot removed or went into the hospital for heart attack, like only in the last 2 years, if one of those things happened, will a senior be declined. And the application will tell you. Once you click one of those questions, it will say, unfortunately, we cannot have any coverage. There is no plans available for this person at this time. So, they'll let you know. But other than that, you can be like, just know as long as you pass those 7 questions with a senior, they can get the coverage And that's pretty crazy. That's huge. Like, if someone had a heart attack 3 years ago, they can get the coverage. If someone had cancer but hasn't had any treatment for over 2 years, they can get the coverage. If someone had a heart attack but hasn't had their heart worked on in over 2 years, they can get the coverage. I mean, like, that dude can die tomorrow and have another heart attack.
Vince,
Yes, sir.
is it true that like with the senior combo, what I was noticing is like the amount of coverage is a lot less though, isn't it? Like the actual number?
Yeah, you can only go from 0 to 30 on senior life.
Yeah, that's what I noticed. Yeah, okay. I just wanted to make sure. Cool.
You can get somebody above 30, but they better answer every single question on that regular super combo, and they better not have anything wrong at all. Because if they do, they're going to be rated on the regular whole life so much that it's going to be, the senior would have been cheaper in the first place. You can open up a super combo and you can shove his name and date in there anyway, and it will let you do 30,000 and above, but they better be able to qualify. Because underwriting is going to be like, what is this? A senior over 60 trying to get 50,000? And they're going to look at it really, really tough. A lot of these Hispanics, man, are they healthy as hell? I've done it before. They just don't age. So you never know. You might run into that. That's funny. Everybody but fat Americans has really good health. They don't age, right? Oh man. So guys, basically, any questions on the senior application? What that entails? Referrals, assuming, collecting, calling, selling, rolling. They're gonna, that's something that you should know. How to call a referral. If you don't know how to call the referrals, find out. Or ask me during this session here. How to fill out an application. If you're not familiar with doing that, start to fill out fake applications. Download the app from your manager's AI Life login, download it on your computer, start practicing. There's a training button where you can fill out 10 training applications and nothing will ever come from it. If you don't get proficient in filling out applications in your first real sale, especially over Zoom, you're going to be sitting there. Oh man. You got your license? Let me get oh Jesus. Hold on, it's frozen now. Where do I put the license in at? And then all that credibility, they might even just hop off the call at that point. Like, what is it? This guy can't even use his own application? Is this a scam? When you have problems with eApp, please don't be silly and start showing it on your face. Like I used to when I was new. I'd be like, oh, this damn computer. Trying to think like that would make it cool, that'd make them laugh, but really you're just looking unprofessional. Hold on. They're gonna be like, oh God, now what? I used to have clients ask me, now what's wrong? Now what's wrong? Oh, you know what, Vince? We're just going to hold off on everything because you can't even fill out the damn application. And now I'm kind of nervous. So just sit there and be like, all right, 1 second. Let me just get this thing out of the way. Really in your head, you're like, fuck, what the fuck? All right, get this window to go away. You're texting your manager. Hey, this won't let me do it. How do I, 1 second. I was going to call my manager. They actually just changed everything for the virtual sale process, for the virtual, don't say sale, for the virtual presentation. They changed a lot of our system and I'm pretty new to it here. Let me go ahead and ask my manager a few questions. I'm going to step out real quick, just step into the living room or step off the camera, call somebody. The first 4 questions on the app, there you go. How to list medication and fill out addendums. I'm sure Drew went over that, right? Filling out medication on the app. Somebody,
Did anyone go over that in any of these training classes? Okay. So guys, anytime there's like a questionnaire that pops up, like each question that you answer yes to is going to have a corresponding questionnaire. So if I answer yes to asthma, an asthma questionnaire is going to automatically pop up. The better that you fill out the questionnaire with the more detail, the better and easier they're going to be underwritten. Like the better you're going to have, like the easier you're going to make it for our underwriters. Okay. When you make it hard for our underwriters, they're going to go have to dig into these medical records now and maybe get a special document signed because they don't have enough information. Give them as much details as you can. Very under control, very controlled. Diagnosed after 50. Only had it because of this, whatever. Don't skip a question or you're going to get a bulletin. You think it's easy. Oh, well, if I get a bulletin, I'll just go ahead and call them and get it filled out. Can't tell you how many deals that have gone incomplete because I spent 2 weeks trying to call this person's phone number who I just sat down with, and they act like they don't even know how to use their phone. Oh, you stop by their house. Hey, man, what's going on? I've been calling you all 2 weeks. Oh, that was you? Oh, my God. Yeah, that was me. What do you think? Geez, Joe, right? So when you make a sale, put their number in your phone and don't leave that appointment until they put their number in their phone, your number in their phone. Here's my card, Joe. Go ahead and throw that in your contacts real quick. That way, when I call you during the underwriting, like I said, there's 3 things that can happen. If I call you, we'll be able to know right away and it'll make everything easy. Go ahead and put my number in your phone there, Joe. I'm going to put yours in mine right now. I'll even put the picture we took as the contact, so I'll always remember you, Joe. Then you'll have, that's how you guarantee to have no retention problems and mods and bulletins. Number one thing that we have retention problems for is because of bulletins and mods and just poor care when writing the app. Poor care is filling out questionnaires like crap. Fill them out, very detailed. If there's a question you're unsure about, call your manager. Don't tell them, oh, well, hold on, I gotta fill out an asthma questionnaire now, Joe. You're gonna make them feel like a, you know what, piece of shit. Oh, gotta fill out this cancer question, gotta fill out this depression questionnaire. Don't say that stuff, just ask them. All right, guys, we're almost done here. When were you diagnosed with the anxiety? Right, just rip the questions. If it asks for medication, you always must list the milligrams and the frequency. So for example, we'll just use, I don't know, what's the common, we'll use Adderall. Adderall, 10 mgs, 1x/day. That's how they want to see it, 1x/day. So milligrams and then frequency. The other thing that they want to see is sometimes people may take medication, but what they take it for isn't anything that you can have a questionnaire. Like sometimes people take they take medication for heartburn. You know, there's no heartburn questionnaire. Or sometimes they take medication for, I don't know, what's something random as hell? I can't even think right now. Like low, like blood sugar, like low white blood cell count or something silly like that. Like if they take medication for something and you're like, okay, what do you take that for? Don't just list it down on the app and then be like, oh, okay, cool. Underwriting's gonna look at it. They're gonna be like, okay, I see that they take this, but why do they take it? Luckily, the questionnaires will do that for you. Like diabetes, list all medications right here. Like that's obvious. They'll have a spot for frequency. They'll have a spot for dosage. But when you answer yes to that one question on the app that says, do you take any prescriptions? It just brings up this generic ass, it's called a medical addendum. And it's also the one that pops up when you say yes to hospitalizations. I can't stress this enough. Fill it out. It says right there, medication an explanation of why they take it. So, you know, blood thinner, whatever. I don't know. Like, obviously everything always has a questionnaire, I feel like, but I'm trying to think. Like, one time this guy took medication for heartburn, right? That's the easy one. So Bayer aspirin, 10 milligrams, 1x/day for heartburn. This, and the other, these many times a day for ADHD. If they're taking something for high blood pressure and they're like, oh, it's just, I'm just pre-diabetic. They just told me to take these now so I don't get diabetes. Like, no, bro, you're diabetic. That's called, you're there. And then, and everyone just wants to make themselves feel like that it's all okay. Yeah, it's just a little bit of high blood pressure. I take something, but not all the time. Well, my ass is clicking the diabetes question yes, and I'm filling out this questionnaire. I'd love to sneak this through and do some illegal shit and get you your policy, but I may lose my entire license and get a charge back and lose my whole career. Which one's more important? And you're screwing him, because when he gets declined, he's not going to be, that's going on the Medical Information Bureau now. That's going to the MIB now. And everywhere he goes from there on will say declined through American Income for diabetes. And now he can't get any life insurance for a good 6 to 12 months. Because you didn't want to trial it and be safe. You wanted to get the money. You wanted to have the money bags in your eyes. Now you got chargebacks. Now you got legal issues. And now you just hurt this poor gentleman or lady from ever getting it from anywhere else. When you trial something and they get declined, nothing goes nowhere. So don't be like asking these questions all half. You don't have any high blood pressure, right? Oh, you do? It's okay though. Oh, okay. We just won't put that down. Like, no. The company is always going to do a prescription drug check. They're always going to do a motor vehicle report from their license. Oh, you had a DUI? Oh, it was 20 years ago? Oh, we just won't put that down. No, put it down. Sometimes I wouldn't put some things down. Like, this one dude said his back. I said, do you have any problems with your back? He said, yeah, I got like a bad back. I put down that he has like a bad back, and then they wanted a whole back joint questionnaire. Like, that's the kind of stuff I probably would just, oh, your back hurts? Okay, I'm just going to leave that out for now. That's like the only exception. Oh, you had a kneecap replaced 5 years ago? Okay. I'm not going to put on here that you were hospitalized for kneecap surgery, because now I'm going to have to fill out a knee and joint questionnaire. You know what I mean? Like, underwriting's not going to care. They're not going to find something that small anyway. They're only going to see things that are overnight. Overnight hospitalizations are what they're going to be looking for. Now, don't get me wrong. Always ask your manager if you're not sure. I won't be able to meet up at 4 today. I also need to speak to owners of the organization that I'm playing for so I can see if I can not play with them anymore. Oh my gosh. Anyway, guys, any questions on how to list medications and questionnaires? Just answer them honestly and truthfully. And make sure you fill out every question. If it doesn't pertain to you, then click no or put NA there, but don't just leave things blank. Difference between a union, an association, a credit union, and child safe. That's pretty obvious. How to handle objections on the phone or at the door. Know the agent playbook. You guys should all have your agent playbook. Take an hour and familiarize yourself with it. How to handle a policy owner lead. There's a phone script for that. If you don't know how to handle a POS, then tell your manager to run a POS while you're with him. Because I don't got time to sit here and show you guys how to present to a POS. Pretty much the only thing that's different is the why we're there is different. And you don't go over as much of the benefits. It's pretty quick, pretty cut and dry. We're here today to review your policy. If there needs any changes, we'll make sure you get taken care of. How to code leads. So our leads are distributed once every 2 weeks here, sometimes once every month, but we're trying to make it to once every 2 weeks. You'll get your first lead pack as a brand new benefit rep that hit their first milestone. You'll get anywhere between 100 to 200 leads, which is double what I used to get at Arias agencies. So you guys are spoiled. More or less though, collect referrals. Don't rely on those leads. Do not rely on those leads. Collect referrals. Make it a point to get 6 referrals every time you're in the house, if not more. Should be getting double that. Pat's brand new. Pat's collecting 20 referrals. He doesn't even care. Yep. Got to get these child safety kits up. Yep. Nope. Police are really honest about this. Come on. Who do you got? You know why? Because Pat's sold. He doesn't have any internal objections on the child safety kits. He doesn't have any negative voice in his head saying that, oh, we're just going to call these people, oh, la, 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 like all this BS. No, Pat's just, hey, I know I got to get referrals. I'm collecting referrals. I don't care what I got to do to get them. If there's a lead that's been seen before in the past few months, resolve it as duplicate. See Tommy about getting it replaced. If they sit down and they say, hey, I was just seeing about a month ago and I bought a policy. I already bought this. Oh, okay, well, resolve it as presentation sale. Find out who presented to them and make sure that they're sending out the policy. If you don't resolve your leads that you just saw, presentation no sale, then someone else is going to get that lead next month because they just happen to be in your area and they're going to be mad as hell. I just told you guys last month. Why do you keep calling me? Well, because no one's resolving their leads. Now, if you sat down with somebody and it was a no sale and it ended on a good note, I probably wouldn't resolve them because someone like me is going to be able to go in there a month later and get the job done. You guys are brand new. I don't blame you for not being able to sell some of these people. But I'd rather not resolve that lead that Mr. Vina paid $25 for just because we didn't have enough closing skills that day. I'll call him next month. I'll get him on the phone. I'll get him sat down and I'll get him sold. Someone will get him taken care of. And that's for the greater good of the client, not really for just our purpose, our gain, I mean. So make sure you code your leads. Very important. Code them out. Solidification, rated risk, the importance of good retention, net to gross for first 12 months. Yep. Policy mods, Wednesday bulletins. Does everyone know what a bulletin is and what a mod is? Who can tell me? A bulletin, think of this, B, bulletin starts with B. That's things that happen before underwriting is finished. B for before underwriting. Bulletin. I got a bulletin because I didn't fill out this questionnaire right. I got a bulletin because I messed up his date of birth on the application. I got a bulletin because he didn't tell me he smoked and now he's getting rated for smoking, right? Or that's actually a mod, never mind. I got a bulletins are just things that happen that you've messed up on the application that are holding them up from finishing the underwriting. That's a bulletin. Things that need done to finish the underwriting. B, before underwriting. Josh or whoever's releasing you may ask you that on the phone. So know the difference between a bulletin. Tell them those are before underwriting. If he asks you what a mod is, tell them those are what happened after underwriting. I got a mod. I got a mod today because the guy I signed up a week ago or 2 months ago, he got rated $15 for being overweight. I got a mod for that. I got a mod because whatever. Rates, usually it's something where it's a rating. Mods are usually pertaining to a rating. Or something that you tried to give him has now been taken away. He's unhealthy. You tried to give him the waiver of premium rider, and they took it away because he's not healthy. So now you got to go now you have a mod out to get this amendment signed that says he's okay with taking away the waiver of premium. That's an example of mods and bulletins. Does that make sense, guys? Thumbs up. Good. When you don't get a bulletin done, the policy goes incomplete. INC. Bulletins will go incomplete after damn near like not even that long, like 14 days. You have like 2 weeks to get a bulletin done before it goes incomplete and charges you back, and it hurts your retention, hurts your net to gross, I mean. Now, yeah, you can go get the bulletin done after it fell off, and then you got to do reopen paperwork. But who wants to go through that? That's more hoops you have to jump through that make it more likely that you won't get that thing back on. I can't stress this enough. Proactive underwriting and taking care when filling out the application and being honest is going to prevent retention nightmares. Bulletins go incomplete after 14 days. Mods, they go what's called NTO. That stands for not taken out. They go NTO after 30 days.
Hey, Vince, you said bulletins go incomplete after how many days?
14. Sometimes the home office will see that it's probably a big, like if you got some crazy bulletin that's like going to take you a while, sometimes office will extend it for you, home office. If it's going incomplete and you're like, oh man, I don't know why I procrastinated. I still need to go to this person's house. Email your manager proactively and tell them to ask home office for an extension on the incomplete. As long as you're not asking for that 12 hours before it goes incomplete, they'll do it. Same with the mod. Mods go NTO after 30 days. NTO is the same thing, incomplete. Just stands for not taken out. It means that the underwriting never finished. You didn't get the mod done, so they're not taking the money out, and it's going incomplete. Now, guys, I will tell you, we have introduced what's called an agency hawk, because people aren't getting their mods and bulletins done on time, and it's hurting the agency's retention. The agency hawk is just a fancy name for somebody that's going to go and they're going to look at your stuff and they're going to say, okay, they're going to call your bulletins. After 7 days, they'll call your bulletins. And if that client says, no, Joe has not tried to reach out to me once, this is the first time I've ever heard of this, then that hawk is going to get that bulletin complete and they're going to code it to them. And they're going to steal your stuff. Now, you can also prevent that from happening by asking your manager to send out an email, because you know that the 7 days is coming up. Hey, send out an email. Let that agency hawk know that I'm working on this and don't touch it. I know these are being recorded, so I won't even elaborate on this kind of stuff. Do not let a hawk take your deal. You're going to be very upset. You have 7 days before they can do that to your bulletin. 7 days from the notice date. For mods, I believe they give you about 14 days, 15 days. And then the hawk is going to be able to take it. So bottom line is, when a bulletin or mod comes out, you drop everything and get it done. Everything. I don't care if you got to miss an appointment. I've been there. I've done that. I promise you this is the best way to do it. You drop everything. Get it done. At least get it done by trying to call them to let them know first. Hey, leave a voicemail. Very important information. Everything's looking good. Before we can finalize this, I just need to ask you one more question. Call me back immediately. What I started to do after a while, because I was writing so much business, I feel like the agency hawk from Arius kind of liked me. Like they watched my shit. They were waiting for it. Oh, Vince writes good business. He writes big deals. I want to take his deals. Agency hawks don't want to take anyone's deals that are known for writing up bad deals, because then they're going to have it coded to them and then it's going to fall off on their deal now. So they're going to take the deals for the people that are good. So make sure you get your bulletins and mods done before that hawk date. And you won't have a problem. Just always make sure you're communicating with the client. You can even leave them a voicemail and let them know, hey, if anyone else reaches out to you, trying to ask you if this is being worked on or done, just let them know you're working on it with Vince. And that's just to protect everybody. Does that sound good, guys? All right. It's about 3:05. Last couple things, then we'll get out of here. You already all said you understand how to work with the field manual. Always be able to know what you should probably trial and not trial. Always be able to know that. When in doubt, just trial it. Or if you have another appointment coming up, just get the application done and put it down as a trial for now, and tell them that you're going to look into it when you get back to home office, and consult your manager, and then you can always untrial it if you need to. This is a really good one, guys. Strong phone presentation. Can anyone in here tell me how you would go about setting an appointment through the wife if the wife answers but the husband's who you're calling for? Who thinks they got it the best? Ooh, everyone's scared, huh?
Ask when they're both getting home from work, kind of.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, no problem, Mary. I can just get this done with you real quick. I just need to verify the information that he wrote down. You proceed as normal. It's just our job to deliver the benefits, explain the benefits, answer any questions while we're in the area here. What time are you and your husband typically getting home from work so I can get these benefits out to you? Oh, well, I gotta ask him first. He's the one that this. Oh, no problem. I can verify this with you. No problem. Oh, okay. Yeah, he filled out this card about that no-cost insurance that's going to go to you through his union. Oh, yeah, I just need to verify this real quick with you. I can get this done with you. No problem if Joe's at work. Boom, 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 boom. Go to the script. And then at the very end, if they're giving you trouble, like, I got to talk to Joe before I schedule this. I got to talk to Joe. Hey, no problem, Mary. Here's what we can do. We'll go ahead and set you down for any time between 5 and 7. That's when you said you both are usually home. And then I'm going to give you a homework assignment. When's the last time you got one of those? Homework assignment's going to be to go ahead and ask, as soon as you see Joe tonight when he gets off work, make sure that tomorrow between 5 and 7 works for him. If it doesn't, give me a call back. We can go from there. Don't say we can reschedule. When you give them that out, they're going to take that out. If not, we can go from there. If it does work and I don't hear from you, I'll just see you tomorrow between 5 and 7. How to maintain control on the phone is by being loud, speaking with conviction. I went over that in our first one together, guys. Loud, very loud. Hey, how you doing today? Hey, Joe. It's like, holy, who is on the other line? Yeah, hey, Joe, this is Vince Becerra, the American Income. Handle some of your benefits at Carpet. How you doing today? Always lead the conversation. Oh, what time are you getting home? What time's that over? What time do you start? Man, you must be working hard. I wish my wife worked hard like yours, whatever. I wish my husband, whatever you guys say, just keep that control. Don't let them talk over you. Always talk loud so they'll never talk over you. Act busy, important, and in control. And you're going to maintain that on the phone. The importance of number 8 on the scheduling tips out of the agent playbook. Who knows that number 8, rule number 8 is about phone calls?
Smile and dial.
Rule number 8 is always book on the first call. Always book on the first call. I don't care what you tell me. Been here for a while, done this a lot of times. They can swear up and down that they're going to call you back, and please just give us a call later. That's because you caught their asses and they're trying to get out of it. They're not going to answer you later. They're not going to call you back either. Unless there's a police siren in the background and they say they got to go. I'm not believing nothing. Oh, you got to go. No problem. I'd love to give you a call back. I'm actually just on my way to my next appointment though. So you're one of the last few members that we needed to get these benefits out to. So after this, we're leaving the area. So I got to make sure this will just take a second. I'm busy too. I'll get you off the phone real quick here. You fill out that yellow card. Is this your birthday? Is this your address? Is this your birthday? Great. You ever been to any of the meetings? No? It's just my job to deliver the benefits. Makes sense? What's the best time? I can turn a 2-minute long phone call into a 20-second long phone call. Everyone who answered that phone has 20 seconds. If they didn't have 30 seconds, they wouldn't have picked up. Ah, man, I'm at work right now. I'm busy. Well, okay, well, why the hell did you answer the phone if you're at work and you're that busy? You must not be that busy. You're full of crap. La la la. How to handle someone that's been seen in the past 6 months. I ask them, who was that? How long ago was that? How'd they do for you? Did they get you out our brand new health services discount card? No, probably not, because that thing only came out 6 months ago. Well, now it's just about 6 months old right now. So, but over the summer, that was my go-to. Oh, I just saw someone in January. Oh, that's exactly why I'm calling. They have a brand new no-cost benefit that they need to get out to you. It's called the AIL Plus card. Did you get that last time they were out there? No. That's exactly why I'm calling. It's just my job to deliver out the updated no-cost benefits, get you caught up with all the other members. Well, we don't want any insurance this time. Oh, well, no problem. You know, like I said, I'm just going to get you out the no-cost benefits. There are some additional insurance benefits that have been set up for you, but they're at a union negotiated rate. I don't even know if you can qualify. Whether you can or not makes no difference to me. It's just my job to go over both parts of the program and get out that updated AIL Plus card or get out that will kit. That's one thing that always works. Did you get the living and final will? No. Not that little fig, not that little family information. No, the full-blown living and final will. Did you get that last time? No? That's exactly why I'm calling. Sometimes I'll just assume it because I know they didn't get it last time. Yeah, it's exactly what I'm calling. They actually updated your no-cost benefits. There's a full living and final will in there now. Because sometimes when you ask them if they got it, smart asses will say they did. Oh, you did? Oh, well, that's impossible, Joe, because these things just came out. You know, buyers are liars. Buyers are liars. You should write that down. Buyers are liars. Even the best, most wholehearted looking buyers that remind you of your best friend are liars. Like last night when I went to Top Golf with my team and they tried to tell me that we couldn't get in because the kitchen was closed. I did the whole cop thing, like I was just saying, asked him the same questions like 6 times, went back and asked him what time the kitchen closes. He said 9:30. I'm like, it's freaking 9:22. Like, can't we just put one? I used to work in a restaurant. I know you're not supposed to do that, and I don't want to piss the chef off, but here's the thing. I made a reservation for 9 to 11, and I paid $500 for 2 booths, and you're going to tell me that I can't order food because it's 9:20? Like, just go ask the chef. Oh, man, he's going to be so mad at me. The guy said, which one of you is going to defend me so he doesn't come down here and stab me with a knife? I said, tell him that we're about to drop $500 here. That's should be good enough. I'll give him a $50 bill if we have to. You know what I mean? Like, you'll be able to spot liars very soon when you get all your reps in. Discuss public relations. Guys, I don't know. This is just bad character.
Like, you don't call people and tell them that you're going to be there and then no show them and no call, no show. That is horrible. That is awful. You should be ashamed of yourself. Never no call, no show anybody. You got something that came up, call them and let them know. You do that stuff 3 times in a row, home office is going to stop giving you union leads. Because now you're just getting complaints. That's the reason why we have problems over the phone. I don't want to see anybody. Last guy said that too. The last guy said he was going to do this. Everything that they have to say about us is a direct correlation from what the last guy did. Don't be the last guy that they complain about. And ruin the amazing opportunity we have here with working with these unions. You can be the direct result of why we lost one group, because you sat down with the president's best friend and said some and did some poor character type stuff, like not show up or no call, no show, or let them know that you had to reschedule them because your back hurts or something silly like that. These people have lives too. They're setting aside 1 to 2 hours for you, and they're hanging out waiting for you with their hands in their laps. How pissed off would you be? You think you're busy, they're busy too. That dude works all day, every day. All he has to see his family and relax is 6 to 9 every night. And you just blew 2 of it for nothing. Once you get 3 complaints from home office for unions, you're going to get these, they're going to start discussing taking your union leads away. And you're going to have to write an agent statement too. Make sure we say we handle some of your benefits, some of your benefits. Do not say we handle your benefits. That's how you get a complaint too. This guy called, he said he was from my union, and now he has to see me. And I just have never had my union even call me before. So I called up my union and I asked them what's going on. They said that we don't handle their benefits. We only handle their supplemental insurance. Oh, well, now you're screwed with PR. Some of your benefits. Wait. Are you guys from my union? Do you handle my union benefits? I'm confused. No, Joe, that's a great question. We're actually just contracted through your union to provide these supplemental no-cost benefits and insurance, like you fill out the card for. Have an ID badge and lanyard. You guys should all have a union OPEIU, office professional. Again, representing office professionals, even more of a reason why you have to represent. Look nice, smell nice, act nice, talk nice, dress nice, act like a professional. Have your badge on your neck within your first 30 days of filling out the paperwork to be hired here. A union ID badge should have come to your house already. Go buy a little plastic card holder at Walmart and a little lanyard, stick that thing in there. Hey, Joe, I'm with the Office Professionals Union in Local 277, just like the letter says. Boom. So official, all I need is a whistle. That's all I got for you guys today. Good luck for those of you who are being released and hitting your first milestone of being released. Best of luck to you. Review this stuff and you have no problems, I promise. If you guys have any questions on this, go to your managers. Hope I helped you today, and thank you for giving me the time. Let's get it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.